Retriever fans, and welcome to the 4th edition of the Retriever Roundup. I'm Kayla Martinez. Since homecoming week, UMBC Athletics has had a successful fall. Both men's and women's soccer won the 2013 America East Championship, while volleyball clinched number 2 seed in the America East playoff. Men's cross country has earned the 2013 America East title, while basketball season has arrived. Swimming and diving teams are working hard towards mid-season competition. Since the Dig Pink match against Hartford, the volleyball squad has since gone 5-3 and clinched a spot in the America East playoffs as the number 2 seed. This will be the 6th straight year volleyball has made the America East playoffs, and they'll be playing Albany in the semifinals.
Albany took the first set 25-19 behind one of Amanda Dolan's 9 blocks on the day. The Retrievers would win the second set 25-21 here as Emily Witzman and Mallory McIntyre get a key block. Witzman finished with 5 blocks on the day. Here in the third set, Hannah Schmidt would get one of her 13 kills of the day, and then Mallory McIntyre would get one of her 50 assists to Crystal Mchuku to finish the set 25-23. Mchuku finished the day with 15 kills. In the fourth set, it was all Albany as Dolan gets one of her 15 kills. Amy Hunter had 17 kills on the day to win 25-18. In the fifth set, the Retrievers jumped to a big lead. Allie Gott picked up one of her 15 kills to go along with 23 digs. And here is match point for the Retrievers. Witzman and Schmidt would get the block to give the Retrievers a 3-2 win.
First set was all Retrievers as Emily Witzman had 5 kills, including these 2 right here, and they would take the first set 25-19. Second set, the Retrievers dominated again, Emily Witzman with another kill, and then they would finish off the set here on a kill by Ivana Kostic. The freshman had 2 kills on the day. Second set was 25-13. Third set, it's Witzman again with the big kill, and then here Hannah Schmidt with 2 of her 11 kills on the day. Retrievers would go up big, and then on match point, it was 24-10. Crystal Mchuku with the big kill, giving the Retrievers the 25-10 third set win and the sweep of the Riverhawks.
The 2013 men's basketball season has officially kicked off as the men traveled west to take on Pac-10 contender Arizona State in Tempe, Arizona back on November 8th. The Retrievers suffered their first loss of the season 96-61. However, they would earn their first victory in an exciting overtime win against Eastern. The Retrievers would come off a tough loss to American by improving their overall record to 2-2 and an exciting overtime victory against Mount St. Mary's.
UMBC men's basketball taking on Mount St. Mary's in a Sunday matinee at the RAC Arena. DeVark Houston getting behind the field for a slam dunk. The Retrievers were down 15 right at the midpoint where Joey Getz hits a 3-pointer. That cut the gap to 12 at the midway point. And here, a hustle play by UMBC, Brett Roseborough creating the turnover. This would end up in a Charles Taylor lay-in. They would trail by as many as 23 points in the second half, but Rodney Elliott would lead the way back. He hits the first of his 3 trays there, then a beautiful alley-oop dunk for UMBC, and the Retrievers would just keep on cutting into the deficit. Elliott hits his second 3. That would make it a 72-64 right here on this Malik Garner 3-point shot. The Retrievers cutting into the deficit. Then it was, again, Elliott from the left baseline. He buries it. That makes it 72-64 with 2:20 to go. The Mount would still lead. UMBC, however, would not be denied in this one. Chase Plummer, a big 3-pointer here from the top of the key. That makes it a 1-possession game. After a Mount free throw, Elliott gets all the way to the basket. That cuts the lead to 2 points. After a Mount turnover, Joey Getz, in the dying seconds, hits that runner with 11 seconds to go. That gets it even at 75, heading into overtime. It was tied up at 77 when Chase Plummer buries a long 3-pointer. That makes it 80-77. Then on the ensuing inbounds play, the Mount turns it over. Rodney Elliott coming up with the loose ball, feeding Charles Taylor for the alley-oop dunk. That gives UMBC a 5-point lead, but Rodney Elliott driving to the basket, he would have 26 points. That makes it 84-79. The Retrievers win it, 90-84.
Women's basketball started their season off right with a victory at home against Eastern. The Retrievers then faced local rivals Coppin State on November 3rd, but ended up in a loss 78-62.
In the first half, freshman Emily Russo gets this 3 to fall from the corner to put the Retrievers up 20-8. Russo had 11.6 rebounds, 4 assists in the game. Then her classmate Sarah Tarbert gets this one from the wing. She led all starters with 21 points. UMBC led at the half 35-29. In the second half, Russo with another three, this one from the top of the key. Then Russo turned provider, drives to the bucket, lays it off to Bridget O'Donnell, who finishes here. Retrievers go on to hold off Eastern 59-50.
Women's basketball hits the road to play at Robert Morris on November 23rd. Women's soccer had an exciting end of the year season as they defeated UNH to share the regular season title. This fairy tale story continued as they won the 2013 America East Conference by defeating Hartford in the semifinals and Stony Brook in the championship here at the Retriever Soccer Park.
First half, Hartford threatening off a corner, ball's headed around, but all-time save leader Lauren Cadet gets to it. Then, off a free kick, quick restart, Alexa Caranta scores the goal, giving the Retrievers a 1-0 lead in the 13th minute. Hartford would continue to press. Here on a corner kick, Amanda Hamilton would try and head it, but it goes just wide. Retrievers then would extend their lead to 2 on this odd play. Jessie Brown at midfield kicks it over to junior back Morgan Taylor, who just kicks it on net, and it goes over the line. It counts as a goal. Retrievers go up 2-0 in the 38th minute on Morgan Taylor's first career goal. Both teams were pushing in the second half. Here's Stephanie Smith finds Alexa Caranta, who gets a good shot, but it goes just wide. And then Hartford with a chance off a free kick here. The ball bounces around, and Caitlin Smallfield tries a bicycle kick over her head. She hits it high. Then another chance here as the ball bounces around. Chanel Johnson, the striker of the year, puts it on net, but Lauren Cadet is there for the save. The Retrievers win 2-0.
Chance for the Retrievers. Brown hits the post. Ball is still in play. And they scored! UMBC with the equalizer. Caranta in the box. She's got someone on the wing. She shoots in another save on the near post by Castanio. The ball is still loose. Fernandez trying to get it away, and it goes into the back of the net. The Retrievers have broken the tie and take the lead with 31 minutes to play. We said it before and we'll say it again. Dreams do happen. Cinderella season. UMBC's women's soccer team out of nowhere, 2-1, the final over Stony Brook.
With the America East Championship, women's soccer earned their first ever title and bid to the NCAA playoffs. The Retrievers will travel south to Blacksburg, Virginia to play #1 seed Virginia Tech, but their run would come to an end as they lost on November 15th, 2-0 to the Hogies. Men's soccer clinched a regular season title by taking out Stony Brook on November 6th at a 1-0 victory. UMBC hosted Albany here for the semifinals on November 13th and would win in double overtime 2-0.
First half, Pete Caringi III just goes wide on the far side. Then a great sequence by Phil Saunders getting all the way across to make this save on McGar. Let's watch it again as Saunders goes from the middle of the goal to the post to reject the Albany attempt. 0-0 at the half. But UMBC, with exactly 31 minutes to go, would get on the board. Jordan Becker sends it into the box. Malcolm Harris's first goal of the year gives the Retrievers a 1-0 lead. That goal would stand up until 21 seconds remained in the game. Albany pressing, and a redirect by Dominic McGar ties the game, sends it to overtime, tied at 1 apiece. Then in the extra session, the ball into the box. Kadeem Dakers gets fouled on a dangerous play by the Albany defender, setting up an indirect kick. Mamadou Kansai takes it. One rebound, comes back out to Dakers. He buries it under the roof of the goal. The Retrievers win it 2-1.
The Retrievers then played the championship against Hartford and won 4-0 and clinched a 16th seed in the NCAA playoffs.
And with UMBC, the top seed, taking on third-seeded Hartford.
And then a casual save there for Saunders. He's able to make the play, saw that one the whole way. As Dakers, you see him there, playing the ball out near midfield. Over to Kansai. Back over to the near side. Becker with the cross out in front, and it's headed in! It's Pete Caringi with his 11th goal on the season, and UMBC takes a 1-0 lead.
Beautiful job of working without the ball, and Caringi got loose and needs just a little bit of room, and of course he knows what to do with it.
Another corner, Caringi goes up and heads it, it's directed in!
And again, the effort continues, keeping the ball down here, getting another opportunity on the corner kick, and UMBC now feeling real good about themselves, up 2-0 with some breathing room here. It'll be a free kick here for UMBC as they look to go quickly here.
Harris crosses it out in front, and it's a goal!
Once again, all UMBC, an all-out assault on the net, and goalkeeper is in trouble down there. McKinnon has had a hard time this evening, and now it's a 3-0 UMBC lead, and they look like they want to pour it on here in the championship game.
Their time will run out, and for the first time since 1997, the America East has a repeat champion. It's UMBC, again, on top of the conference.
Men's and women's swimming diving team took on Navy on October 10th and would sweep all 4 relay events, but could not come up with a win at the UMBC Aquatic Complex. Hosting George Washington on October 26th, the Retrievers swept the Colonials. UMBC then traveled to Old Dominion, where the men defeated the Monarchs 158.5 to 139.5, but the women fell to ODU despite the 3 wins from Taylor to Dina. Men's and women's cross country competed in the Princeton Invitational in New Jersey. The men finished in 16th place, while the women finished in 43rd. Men's cross country earned their 2nd ever America East title at Binghamton University. Women's cross country had their best ever finish at the America East Conference by placing 5th as senior Cody Medzabich took 15th individually. Men's basketball won 8-23 last season, but with hope to turn this program around, Athletic Communications Director Steve Levy talked to sophomore captain Malik Garner on his thoughts and actions for this year in this edition of In the Spotlight.
Welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Steve Levy. We're joined this afternoon by Malik Garner, sophomore captain of the UMBC men's basketball team. And Malik, we're taping this on November 4th, so I'd be remiss if I didn't say happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy 21st. Malik, it's just very unusual being a sophomore captain. And this is not something that coaches bestowed upon you. This was something that your teammates bestowed upon you. Talk about that feeling that you get knowing your 12 other men on the team decided that you and Quentin Jones were the ones to lead this basketball team.
It just goes back to last year, I would say. A lot of games, I'll be the guy who came off the bench and just sparked the team, or we needed a pregame speech and I was the one to give it. And I just go 100% everything I do in the classroom, on the court, off the court. And it's just a really good feeling to know those guys believe in me the way they do.
Now, you're the middle child. You have 2 younger siblings, 2 older siblings. You see yourself, with your brothers and sisters as being a leader, or how did it all kind of, growing up, how did it kind of all, come this way?
Growing up, I was just always passionate about everything. I had to be the best I could be. I had to win, and I just had to drive my teammates to do the best that they could do. And I was just always in the middle, right there, just trying to keep everything together and just give my family something to be proud of. So growing up, I was that guy that just tried to push everybody to be the best they could be because I was trying to be the best that I could be.
Now I'm going to fast forward it to just a couple weeks ago, the Retriever Rally. Again, just a great moment really for UMBC. I mean, it's I wasn't here live. I watched the streaming, and it kind of gave me goosebumps to see the enthusiasm and the emotion, and you were obviously a big part of that, inviting everyone down on the floor at the end. I believe that we will win. Again, you must be very just comfortable with who you are to be able to go out and inspire your fellow students to do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I have no problem being in my own skin. I just went out and I just felt like it was our time. It was our time to get back to where UMBC basketball needs to be, and it was our time to get the community involved more so with the team and just with the community. Just go out and just reach out and make sure everyone knows who we are.
You've only been here a little bit over a year, but you've obviously embraced the UMBC community in your short time here. What is it about UMBC that you're obviously so comfortable with here on campus?
It's definitely the people, just the environment that they give you. Everyone's so loving and kind and just caring, and just like that rubs off on everybody really. Like myself, I've become a better person since being here, just from talking to people. I've really branched out. And that's because of the environment, the people, it's a lot of love here.
Let's talk about the team this year. When fans come and see you guys play, what can they expect from UMBC basketball moving forward now?
Moving forward, you can expect a competitive game every time. We're going to fight. We're going to claw. You can expect a lot more excitement. We have a lot of athletic guys, a lot of speed on the team this year, and we're just going to finish our games better this year. We're smarter. We have older guys. We have younger guys. It's all going to culminate better. We have Aki Thomas is in his 2nd year now. We have a nice young staff. I think we're going to be really good this year.
He's shown a lot of a lot of leadership on the floor in practice and off the floor too, but more so on the floor. He does a really good job of just leading by example, being vocal. When guys need to kind of turn things up a notch, he's the guy letting them know and moving forward. I see him as a very, very strong facet to this program in that role.
And Coach Thomas also mentioned to me, this leadership for you is not a temporary thing. This is something that, as you move forward in life, that is something you want to really consider. Leadership, in a professional life. Have you thought about those things beyond UMBC?
I've always thought about those things. Even in middle school, I was school president. I was on the student body government in high school as well, and I was team captain of basketball then. And now coming here, I knew eventually I would get that role. I just want to force myself into it, just be myself. And so I feel like a leadership is definitely in my future because this is the kind of person I am. I just go out and do the best I can do, and guys notice that and they follow suit.
Malik, it's been a pleasure. Best of luck on the season.
Thank you.
Happy birthday once
Thank
again.
you, thank you.
And good luck. The Retrievers, we'll be in action all month of December as you see this episode. And this is Steve Levy signing off for In the Spotlight.
Not only do students and parents take pride in UMBC athletics, but so does the UMBC coaching staff of all other sports. Let's take a look and listen into what they're saying about this fall season.
I'm so proud of the way our entire athletic program is playing this fall. Our men's soccer program is first place, and they're going to host. Our women's soccer program, they won earlier this afternoon, and they're going to host in the finals. Our men's cross-country team just won the America East for the first time in, almost a decade. So I think it's fantastic, what's happening right now, and it would be great if we could join in on all of that.
It's been really exciting, and I think something that we talk about in athletics all the time is winning is contagious. So I think all of our players are excited about how great the men's soccer team is doing, being nationally ranked in the top 10. The women's soccer team having just an unthinkable turnaround and going to the NCAA tournament. The volleyball team in the mix to win an America East title. The cross-country team winning a championship. So really we're hoping to capitalize on what our programs have done in the fall.
The coaches are excited. I know on this end of the building we are with track and field, and then the tennis teams, and just starting with the men's cross country, winning the conference championship, and then following the women's soccer, and now we have the men's coming up. I mean, it's exciting. It's great. It's it's a new year, and we're starting off on such a great foot. And as I already sent an email to those coaches saying, you set the bar pretty high for us, but that's awesome. That's really awesome to be setting the bar that high. So.
Oh man, I tell you what, men's and women's soccer and women's volleyball really set the tone for our department, and everybody's excited about what's going on here, and with the new administration, with Tim Hall joining the department, and just what they've been able to do in terms of, like I said, men's and women's soccer and volleyball. Everybody's excited. The kids are excited. There's just a different buzz. There's a different feeling to being a Retriever right now.
That'll do it for this edition of the Retriever Roundup. I'm Kayla Martinez.